minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and honorable adjudicators in this House. The existence of the cosmetic surgery is, cosmetic surgery is dangerous and it makes people irrational and seduce people to rush to the beauty. And we make the root cause. We must cut such kind of root cause because, as I told you, the cosmetic surgery is so dangerous and makes people irrational, and we must ban this cosmetic surgery to make the people lead a happier or to lead a safer life, and for that reason we are proud to propose. Before I start, please let me define some main points on this motion. Firstly, this House means all the democratic countries, and secondly, we will exclude the cases in which the people get the harm, like yakedo, and such kind of bad cases will be excluded because it is irreversible, and we will allow in such cases to take such kind of cosmetic surgery, but we will not allow in many cases or in other cases which is not necessary for themselves. Now, let's start. I have especially two things to talk about. First one is we must ban cosmetic surgery. Clarification?
No.
We must ban cosmetic surgery because it's dangerous and makes people irrational, and we'll talk about it specifically. And secondly, it can be the first gateway, the existence of cosmetic surgery can be the first way or first gateway for children or for people to rush to such kind of beauty, and we must cut this, and this is my second point. Now let's start. We must ban cosmetic surgery. I have clearly two reasons. First reason is, as I told you, Mr. Speaker, it is so dangerous, like it is putting artificial tools inside yourself, like you want to make your breast bigger, so you get your silicone inside, or you get your plastic bags inside, and also you want to adjust your nose, you get some metal balls inside your nose, no thank you. And in such cases, when they grow up, and when they grow up, and in such cases, their physical condition can change. Like they get taller compared with before, or their breasts get bigger, not because of such kind of surgery, but also other cases, or by accident they can get fainted. And in such cases, there is a possibility that they cannot resist the artificial tooth inside yourself. It can get out of yourself, and in such cases, it's nothing. So painful, and it is just harmful to them, but such cases can happen because of the existence of the cosmetic surgery. So we must ban as a result of such kind of very, very severe harm, and they have to tackle with such kind of problem forever if such kind of thing happens. Okay.
Under the status quo, we already admit that dangerous choices. For example, bungee jump or something, right? What's the difference? This is already dangerous, and why you are already banning it?
There is a crucial difference because it makes people irrational, and as you know, we banned marijuana, of course, because it makes people irrational. We banned organ trading for profit because it makes people irrational, and this is my second criteria. And in the cases, especially, for example, and also please think about the case of changing the skin. In such cases, the doctors will make the operation, but in such process, the bacteria can get into yourself, and in such mistake can happen, and it will just make yourself rather bad condition, and you can get infection, and it's very difficult, it will be very hard because it can have a spread to the death. But in such cases, it is just one case, but what we're talking is a very wide case, but we mustn't guarantee. Because there's no guarantee of safety, as a result, we cannot give the people to get insurance system as a result, because we cannot guarantee the safety of such kind of cosmetic surgery. And as you know, as a result, it is so dangerous because, as you know, there's no insurance system. And so, please consider such kind of dangerous situation. Next, let's move to the second one, which is about it makes people irrational. Please think about the case. Once they started to take such kind of cosmetic surgery, maybe they are satisfied with the result temporarily on this point. But every day they stand on the line or stand in front of the mirror and they check yourself, and again it's consumed and accumulated, and they started to find another bad points on your face or on your body, and as a result, they will result to the surgery again and again. Such kind of vicious cycle can happen to all of yourself. No, thank you. And especially when they did it, as I told you, Mr. Speaker, there is a possibility that they can get a default, they can get mistakes, like your nose or your face didn't be what they didn't become what you like. And in such cases, you will try to do it again. Or you will start to do it by yourself. Like, there's a very clear, well, no, thank you. In example that, no, you know, the syntax aren't in the career. In such cases, she did by yourself again and again, putting your, or inside yourself. In such cases, can happen. But as a result, they have to pay a lot of money, they can get into debt, and it is just harmful not only himself, but also their family members. And of course, there is a lot of dangers. And also, if the defaults happen, they can lose their proper face. And in such dangerous situation, mustn't be allowed, and it just makes people irrational, so we must ban, no thank you. Now let's move to the second one, which is about the effect on the people or children, especially. Under the status quo, we believe the existence of cosmetic surgery or around the cosmetic surgery is working as a fast gateway for them to get into such kind of thing. First reason is, as a birthday present or as a Christmas present. Pretend for the case in Korea, we are, or family members are giving your children that, oh, you can take cosmetic surgery because it's safe. And as a result, they once get it and they grow up. They want to feel that I want to take it again because it is very easy for them and such kind of thing can happen. And nextly, like pop stars or celebrities is just taking such kind of cosmetic surgery. And people watch through the TV and they think we want to imitate such kind of face. And as a result, they do it again and again, irrationally, as I told you, Mr. Speaker. But after this run, such kind of thing won't happen. Firstly, birthday or such kind of present won't be given to them. First of all, it can be illegal, and what kind of parents will do your children that illegal thing? And especially, maybe black market or such kind of thing can, maybe opposition side can say, but such kind of thing won't happen because there's no guarantee of safety compared with status quo, and as a result, parents won't let your children take such kind of cosmetic surgery. And especially, pop stars or celebrity will stop doing such kind of thing, and as a result, people won't feel such kind of anxiety, feel such kind of desire to imitate such kind of people. And especially, the existence of cosmetic surgery makes it possible for people or for women to change your face. But such kind of root cause will be cut by taking this motion. And important point is, we must save the citizens' lives as government. We must save the future of citizens as government. And for that reasons, we are proud to propose.
I thank the Prime Minister. Now I call upon the leader of opposition, Takahiko Kando, to deliver his speech within 7 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, we say you are going to decide the ugliness of your face. You are going to decide whether you have to take the cosmetic surgery or not. Mr. Speaker, we say if you are going to believe that your face is ugly, your face is need to be mended by by implementing cosmetic surgery. It is okay to choose to fix your face, Mr. Speaker. And at the same time, we say that this kind of ugliness is going to decrease your confidence, it's going to decrease your happiness of your life. So there is a clear harm of taking this motion. So I'm going to oppose. So firstly, I'm going to repeat the 2 points what the government side said. So they said there's a problem. It is that 2 problems exist. So firstly, is that cosmetic surgery is so dangerous, Mr. Speaker. But we don't believe so, Mr. Speaker. It is LDC. So there are many other institutions to observe the very harmful methods to do that kind of cosmetic surgery. And it is another way to check what is a dangerous thing, Mr. Speaker. So in this situation, the safetiness of the cosmetic surgery can be guaranteed, Mr. Speaker. So in this situation, it is okay to see that. At the same time, as my partner told you in a point of information, there are many other dangerous things in our society, but we are not banning. Why is that? Because, Mr. Speaker, the actors themselves are rationally choose to do that. So then, in the LDC, we have to we can respect this kind of choice, Mr. Speaker. At the same time, doctor is there, so doctor can explain what is the harm, what is the exact harm. No, thank you. Doctor is going to explain, and actor can think about it. Actor can think actual consequences and actual benefit, Mr. Speaker. So it is okay.
Yeah. If you say that choice is important, why doctors can intervene in such kind of choice? Please explain.
Well, I don't think that our side is going to intervene your choice. You are intervening. You are intervening. You are depriving the choice of cosmetic surgery, right? So in this situation, there's no problem. Secondly, the irrationality. So, Mr. Speaker, they somehow said it is going to be, you are going to be the vicious circle, Mr. Speaker. But we don't think so. Why? Mr. Speaker, we already told you that actors themselves are rationally choosing this kind of thing. Actors themselves see your face, you are going to see your face, and you are going to find deficits. So then, you are going to do that kind of thing. And Mr. Speaker, if the cosmetic surgery is so expensive to do that, Mr. Speaker, in a situation that in the procedure of the vicious cycle, you are going to be rational. Why is that? Because you are going to lose your money. You cannot sustain your life because of the cosmetic surgery. At the end of the day, we say that people can be rational. People can think about the consequences. People can think about the benefit, and people can balance this kind of thing. So it is okay. It is. So we say actor is entirely rational. So on to my point. So. Mr. Speaker, I'm going to talk about one thing in this debate. So why depriving the choice of cosmetic surgery is so harmful? So under the status quo, your choice to change your face is now secured. And this is very important. Why it is secured? Because we are not banning the cosmetic surgery. So in a situation, Mr. Speaker, you are going to decide your face is ugly. You are going to decide what is the deficit of your face. You are going to believe that some kind of other people are now degrading you, Mr. Speaker, just because your nose is so short or something like that. So in this situation, you can use the cosmetic surgery to change, Mr. Speaker. So if you believe that other people are now seeing your face and maybe wondering maybe they're degrading your face, you can change this kind of situation. So why it is so important, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, you are now deciding, you are believing you are degraded. You are now self-consciously losing your confidence to do anything in our society. So, Mr. Speaker, if you are constantly feel that other people are degrading you, you feel that, oh, maybe some kind of other people think I am ugly and I am not a person who have to do this, who can do this, Mr. Speaker. So in this situation, as a consequences, at the first place, you are going to lose your energy to do such kind of thing. And in this situation, you are going to lose your happiness because you cannot pursue, you cannot do whatever you want to do, Mr. Speaker. So it is very important. So under the status quo, but if you face that kind of problem, you can change and you can gain your confidence again, you can gain your energy again to challenge these kind of things, Mr. Speaker. So that is a clear benefit of the status quo. But after taking this proposal, you can no longer change your face, which means you can no longer retrieve your confidence, you can no longer retrieve your energy to challenge, to challenge or something like that. So because government side is going to ban all the cosmetic surgery, now you are going to lose your method to fix your face. You are going to lose your method to retrieve the confidence, Mr. Speaker. So in this situation, you are no thank you. No matter how you try hard not to think about the other people thinking about your nose or something like that, unconsciously you are going to still believe that because you cannot change your face, because you cannot change your nose, it is still so hard. It is so hard to not to think about the other people's situation. So as a consequence, what is going to happen is, as I already told you, you are going to lose your confidence. You are going to lose your confidence. So this is very important. At the same time, the government side had never analyzed why at all at first place the actor is fixing your face.
If your argument is true about confidence, those who have the very, very, I don't say bad face, doesn't have the confidence, although they are very, very succeeding in the world. Please explain why such kind of face is so important for himself.
Well, because, Mr. Speaker, you believe your face is not good. You believe you are degraded by the society. You believe that other people are now laughing at you. In this situation, who can get the confidence? But, Mr. Speaker, we are saying that under the status quo, you can change that kind of face. You can change your change your consciousness, you can change your idea about your face, Mr. Speaker. So that is a clear benefit. So, yeah, it is our argument. So anyway. So, Mr. Speaker, we say that, if the person, feel that you are degraded, if the person think that your nose is not good, you think that the other people is degrading you, it is pernicious. As I already told you, that is going to deprive you of the confidence, deprive you of the energy to do something like that. So that is what you are going to lose. Mr. Speaker, I already told you the dangerousness of the cosmetic surgery does not stand, and the irrationality of the actor does not stand, Mr. Speaker. So there is no problem. At the same time, at the status quo, people can retrieve your confidence. Yeah, so that is why we oppose.
Sounds the leader of the opposition. I call upon the member of government, Umeko Hirosawa, to deliver her speech within 7 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Now, the entire argument of the opposition side is based on the fact that any kind of based on the assumption that cosmetic surgery is not that dangerous, and because under the status quo dangerous choices are allowed, they said that cosmetic surgery is also okay. But do we actually allow all kinds of choices that are dangerous under the status quo? They did not draw any kinds of line between what is dangerous and what is not dangerous, right? We do not allow people to cut your own wrist or kill yourself, or these kinds of things are not allowed. We do not allow people to inhale marijuana and stuff. We're not allowing this because this is so dangerous. And we believe that therefore, because there are choices that are very harmful and very dangerous to people, we have to draw a line at some point, right? And the line that we want to draw here is the addictiveness, right? And we believe that, as my partner clearly explained, because cosmetic surgery is so addictive, we are saying that it is dangerous, right? We're not just saying it's just solely dangerous, it's bad. We're saying because it's so addictive, and this is the criteria we've set, if they want to explain other things, they have to set the criteria. They have to draw the line. That's the burden of proof of the opposition side. Now, before moving on to our own arguments, I would like to rebut to what the previous speaker has said. I have several points to rebut here. Well, firstly, he said that cosmetic surgery is not dangerous actually under a status quo because there are many observation institutions to observe things like that. But we believe that although there are many institutions that observe what kind of techniques the cosmetic surgeon are using or things like that, but we cannot control the number of the times that the people do these kind of cosmetic surgery. The problem, the danger, and the differentiation from other surgery is the fact that people repeatedly take this kind of cosmetic surgery, and this is the reason why, because this is so unusual, right? You do not have surgery for like once a month or twice a month for other parts of the body, because my partner and I clearly explained, because this cosmetic surgery causes such an addictiveness, this makes people to repeatedly take these kind of surgery. That means that they're going to be repeatedly cut their faces, they're repeatedly put into silicone, and this is truly harmful in the longer term. And secondly, they said that because there are many dangerous things exist under the status quo, so therefore it can be. Okay, sorry. It's okay. Cosmetic surgery is okay, but I've already rebutted to this point in the introduction, so I will rebut here. But secondly, they said that because there's money, they have to pay a lot of money. They are quite irrational when they pay money, right? But first of all, people who take cosmetic surgery are people who prioritize beauty over money, right? In the first place, that's why they are paying for these kind of things. Like, because I prioritize money over beauty, I don't take cosmetic surgery. But these people do so because they value these kind of going to lose confidence and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And they can recover confidence by doing this. But firstly, I would like to point out that please imagine a situation of a bullied student suddenly changes a face and comes back to the classes. Is the bullying going to stop because his face artificially being changed suddenly? This is highly unlikely, because in order to recover, if the face is something that degrading yourself, in that case you have to opt out from that community, because there are people who are surrounding you that knows your previous face and also knows your previous pictures and stuff, right? And therefore, and because this kind of people know, because they are degrading their natural faces in these cases, right? That means that even if they artificially change these kind of faces, this doesn't stop this kind of degradation. And secondly, moreover, we believe that there are many other alternatives to recover confidence, right? The many people in this world are not, as my partner pointed out, there are many people in this world who do not have perfect faces, but they do well, very like Horiemon or whatever, or the Korean Prime Minister. They have maybe ugly faces, but that doesn't mean that they are very degraded and bullied and persecuted in society. And therefore, this is not their argument of stand. And no, sorry. Now I would like to reconstruct how we can tackle to the root cause of this kind of okay. I would like to further explain on how addictive and how dangerous this kind of cosmetic surgery is. The point of the fact of the cosmetic surgery is the fact that it makes an artificial perfect faces in this world. It allows the presence of this kind of faces, like if celebrities take these kind of things, these celebrities will have completely symmetrical face without any sprinkles, and these kind of face is going to be achieved, right? And when the girls look at it, and because there is a method for these people to achieve and to reach this kind of goal, to reach this kind of ideal, this being, that means that
please take the point.
Yes, sorry, no. These ideal faces are able to achieve, right? So this, first of all, gives the presence of the cosmetic surgery, first of all, makes this kind of perfect faces that people can achieve, right? And why is this? And because the cosmetic surgery is legal and all the people have the access to this kind of cosmetic surgery, what's going to happen is that people, admire these faces and they go to the cosmetic surgery, first of all. But you cannot achieve this perfect faces at one surgery, right? In order to achieve this kind of perfect faces, that means that they have to repeat it. They may fix one of your noses, but still you cannot achieve this perfect face, right? And therefore, and they do not, for example, if you look at the mirror after the day you have the cosmetic surgery, and then you look at your face, but you still do not achieve that perfect face, right? And therefore, what's going to happen is that she want to again, take the cosmetic another time, and fix the nose again, or fix the eyelids again, right? And therefore, because you cannot never get satisfied by taking cosmetic surgery, you repeatedly take it. But after taking this plan, this is going to not be achieved. First of all, this kind of perfect face that people can access is not going to be there, because they're no longer faces like cosmetic symmetric faces. And secondly, moreover, because these normal girls do not have the access to firstly take the first step to go into this world of cosmetic surgery to start fixing their faces, therefore this kind of danger this kind of addiction won't occur. And why is this so important is that cosmetic surgery is dangerous, as my partner explained. Moreover, it's a cosmetic surgery. If you repeatedly take it, that has the possibility of being failed, right? In that case, you will never have the beautiful face, but you will have a very deformed faces if you fail in the cosmetic surgery. And that means that this is so important, because in these cases you can no longer live the better life, and for all these reasons, we strongly beg to propose. Thank you.
18th Member of Government. Now I call upon the Member of Opposition, Hitomi Takai, to deliver her speech within 7 minutes.
we believe they never ever have the right to decide what face is beautiful or what face is not beautiful, and they have no right to decide, this is too dangerous for you, or you're becoming too irrational, or so forth. Those kind of decisions should be up to individuals. Individuals should decide, what they want to change or what they want to have at the first place, right? So we beg to oppose this motion. So I want to talk about two things in this place. Firstly, about is it the legitimate choice or not, and secondly, about I want to further explain why those kind of choices is extremely important, and thirdly, I want to explain why at the first principle level the choice is so important. So let me explain it one by one. Firstly, before that, let me rebut what the previous speaker has said. Firstly, they say that this is extremely dangerous, right? But as my panel engaged before it's not dangerous. They are doctors, they are skilled. We are talking about developed democratic country, right? This is not the problem. And even if this is dangerous, we say this is okay because they nationally decided to have those kind of choices. The only engagement coming from the government side is that they are not becoming rational, right? They never give us these actual reasons how they are becoming irrational. The only reason I can think of is that because they want the perfect face, and they are going to continue to do the cosmetic surgery again and again and again. We say this is not irrational, right? Because they know the consequence, because they know the harm they are going to get, and they rationally choose to get the cosmetic surgery again and again. If they want to pursue those kind of goals, and they rationally choosing them to pay the money or to get those kind of less harm, then we say this is totally irrational. So their irrational point never ever stands. And thirdly, they say that even though you do plastic surgery, as long as you don't go out of the community, this is not going to solve the problem. At the first place, maybe if you have the cosmetic surgery and go back to the school and you're going to breathe again. But we say this is okay. Why so? What changes that situation is that your identity changes. You think that you all are at least confident yourself, right? You think your face is beautiful, so that even though you get breathe, you're okay with it because you have the confidence at the first place. This is something changes with the cosmetic surgery, right? And thirdly, they say they're all ugly people, but confidence. But we say, for example, Korean or so forth, right? Maybe at the first place, those kind of people just don't care about the beautiness, right? Maybe they think the Korean think that his face is cool or so forth, right? Because this is up to your face, up to your decision. And we believe that we want to protect here is the people who are so confident about themselves, people who think yourself is so ugly and you want to change that situation. We want to protect those kind of people, right? So they never engage to our character. And thirdly, they say that under the status quo, they never explain to that after this proposal how those kind of desire is going to be decreased, right? We believe that even after this proposal, there are people who want to change their face. There are people who have disconfident about their face, right? So what's going to happen is, as they said before, they're going to be black market access. They're going to change their face by themselves, or and fail. Or maybe you are not going to do that by themselves, but you have to live forever with this confidence and suffering from your life with that face or so forth, right? So we say this is extremely harmful. And then we move on to my argument. Firstly, about choices. Nationality, but I want to skip that first. So I want to talk about why the choices at the first place is extremely important. We believe that faces is something that stick your life for forever, right? You cannot run away with that faces. You have that every time you wake up, you see your face in the mirror, right? So we believe that face itself is hugely impact on your life, in your way of thinking, your motivation, or your everything, right? This effect, the face effect, so much. And even though the other people surround you, even though your mother say you're beautiful, or even your friends say you're cute or something, you cannot believe that, right? Because at the first place, you are the only actor who decide what you're going to think about your face. If you think your face is ugly, then this fact never ever changes, right? And then what's going to happen is, as my partner explained it, you're going to be disconfident about yourself, and you're going to be your life is going to be bad, right? And why this is extremely bad is because that those kind of faces, you never ever choose that face, right? You want to be with this face, and you just want to be with this face, and the government is forcing you to stay with that face forever, right? We say this is extremely crucial, right? Because those kind of people, because me, never ever choose to have the face like that. But I want to change my face, but I cannot change that because government is forcing me to have that face, right? We say government have no right to do those kind of things. Government
from using drugs, right? That's because although they want to satisfy their confidence or satisfy their desire, they are bad because it's so dangerous. Even if you can achieve the confidence because it causes addiction. It's so
because we believe this is something irrelevant to this point, this motion, right? And firstly, we believe that maybe the reason why is that because this is going to force the adults to use medical treatment or so forth. Right? They never explain to you how their choices is going to affect the society. They never explain that point, right? So we believe those kind of and we believe that so this is not the problem. And the point is totally irrelevant, right? Thirdly, I want to talk about why choices itself is extremely important. Because the governments never ever know what each citizen really want, right? We believe that citizens themselves should be only after to choose what is best for them, right? So that's why we are providing the choices. That's why we are providing the choices to make sure that all kind of citizen is going to have the happier life and maximize their happiness, right? So we believe that we believe that regulating choices is something so crucial, and we believe if you don't have that justification, even though if you cannot prove that this is irrational, even if you don't, since the government failed to prove that this is irrational choice, since the government failed, this has a huge impact for society. We believe that those kind of choices should be proved, and we believe at the end of the day, if we take this motion, what's going to happen is that ugly people is going to suffer with their face forever. And just because they want to be ugly, just because they are they want to be ugly, they have to waste their life forever. We say this is extremely crucial, and that's why I'd like to oppose the motion.
I thank the member of opposition. Now I call upon the leader of opposition, Takahiko Kando, to deliver the opposition reply speech within 4 minutes.
Thank you. I'm going to sum up this debate into two criteria. So whether the status quo problem exists or not, and what is going to happen after taking this proposal. So is there any harm or not? So firstly, the status quo problem or not. Mr. Speaker, the entire problem coming from the government side is one, it is dangerous, but it is dangerous, and two, it is irrational. So let me talk about one by one. So firstly, the dangerousness. As the government side already told you, because it is dangerous, because it is going to use the artificial thing, it is going to something so dangerous. So it is maybe dangerous thing. It can lead to the very dangerous consequences in the future. But we say, as an opposition, as I already told you, that because it is not firstly so dangerous. At first place, Mr. Speaker. So we said that it is you are living in a liberal democratic society, and there is a check system already exists. So if it is so dangerous to do that, at first place, the government is already banning that kind of method to do that. So this kind of dangerousness is never going to explain why at all we can take this motion. And secondly, the irrationality. So government side said that it is irrational. But we don't think so. The government side's irrationality's explanation of irrationality is a vicious cycle. That is the main point. But as I already told you, because in the process of the vicious cycle, you are going to be realized to be very rational about yourself. Why is that? Because cosmetic surgery, it is so expensive to do the cosmetic surgery. You are going to be very rational about your life. You are going to be very rational about taking another cosmetic surgery. Why is that? Because you can no longer sustain your life in the future, Mr. Speaker. So in this situation, people can be very rational. At the same time, I don't know why at all these kind of people over-prioritize this kind of pursuing the beauty over sustaining life, Mr. Speaker. So it is in the rationality point, there is no response to my point. So we think one dangerous is not true, and secondly, irrationality is not true. So at the same time, they have never analyzed why at all that's under the status quo that actually want to change their face, Mr. Speaker. My partner already told you the face is not something you can choose before you born, Mr. Speaker. You have to be with your face. You have to be with your face forever. In this situation, as I already told you, if you that is the desire. That is why people want to do cosmetic surgery, but they have never analyzed why at first place actually want to do that kind of thing. So what is going to happen after taking this proposal is clear. That Mr. Speaker, they told that after taking this proposal, because you are going to ban the cosmetic surgery, dangerousness and irrationality is going to be nothing, something like that. But as I already told you, at first place, dangerousness and irrationalness is under the status quo is not true. At the same time, they have never analyzed why at all they actually want to change their face. So they never tackled why at all that at first place the desire exists, Mr. Speaker. So as my partner already told you, after taking this proposal, still they have that desire to change their face, Mr. Speaker. So in this situation, I already told you that because the kind of desire is coming from the lack of the confidence, you are going to have the lack of the confidence and you are going to have no method to retrieve your confidence, Mr. Speaker. That is what we said, but no response from the government side. At the same time, my partner told you that, because desire still exists after taking this proposal, people is going to be more irrational about changing your face after taking this proposal. Because you can no longer take the rational choice of the cosmetic surgery, because you can no longer access to the safe choice of taking the cosmetic surgery by the doctor, you are going to be face a more dangerous situation after taking this proposal, Mr. Speaker. So we say that the original cause of this problem is that people's desire to change their face, Mr. Speaker. So this is a crucial problem. So we say that you are going to never change that kind of problems after taking this proposal. So you are going to have the same problem, you are going to have the same desire. So then your problem will never be solved. At the same time, we are going to see the great harm after taking this proposal. So we're still very happy to stand as opposition.
I thank the leader of opposition. Now I call upon the Prime Minister, Yasufumi Tozuka, to deliver the government's reply speech within 4 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and all of our educators in this House again. Why are we here? We are here to save the happiness of the people in the long term. When they are irrational or when they are getting addicted, they cannot make rational calculus, which means to compare the status quo or in the short term and long term. And even if this kind of happiness will be maximized in the short term, if such happiness is just a fake and such happiness wasn't achieved in the long term, government must intervene their happiness because only the government is unique actually to guarantee the happiness in the long term. For that reason, we are proud to be here. Now, before I summarize this debate, please let me rebut what members of the opposition have said. I have 4 points to rebut. Firstly, she said there is about the danger of the cosmetic surgery. Doctors and some other institutions exist there, so there's no problem. But there's no explanation why doctors are such kind of rational or such kind of guarantee is okay. They didn't explain, just said doctor exists. But as I told you, Mr. Speaker, the problem here is we have to put inside ourselves artificial things like metal or like silicone, and in such cases, it is not exist in the natural state. And we can have the harm in the long term. There's the very big harm. And secondly, she said, talked about the happy or irrational, that kind of thing. It is not irrational, even if they get it again and again, because it is maximizing their happiness. But as usual, in the first place, such kind of happiness is just a fake. We must think in the long term, and there's no problem. And they cannot make comparisons, so government must intervene. Now, thirdly, she said people feel less confident because of the faith. But my partner actually talked to Mr. Speaker. We can achieve our confidence in many ways, like winning the debating tournament, or such kind of alternative ways exist in this world. So there's no problem. And by having such kind of unique ways, they can also be confident because you can make distinction from other people. So such kind of confidence is okay. And even if such such kind of confidence will be increased by taking such kind of cosmetic surgery. What we are saying is, it's very harmful and we make comparison, and if there is a harm in terms of danger or in terms of addictiveness, we must intervene because government can only solve such kind of people's irrational choice paternalistically. Now let's move into the last one, which is about, well, stick to yourself. But she said, faith is important. We have to stick to such kind of faith in the long term. But please think of the case of in the past or in the rural areas. In such cases, we don't have to take such kind of cosmetic surgery, but we can achieve our confidence through meeting other people or through hunting, and such kind of thing is okay. And what we are saying is to get rid of the possibility that they can get cosmetic surgery. We can cut the root cause that desire that I want to be such kind of person. And such kind of desire will be cut by taking this motion. Now let's move on to the summary. I have two criteria. First one is paternalistically, is it justifiable to intervene such kind of people's choice? And secondly, access from how it works. First of all, opposition side was just talking about choice is important. But my partner and I could talk to Mr. Speaker. We must intervene, especially to maximize the happiness of such people in the long term. Please think about the case of the very, very good analogy is athletes. Athletes can use such kind of drugs irrationally, especially because it is their identity to limit your time, your running time 0.001, and in such cases, to minimize their time, they can try such kind of drugs. But it is irrational, of course. It is addictive to them, and we must intervene such kind of happiness, even if it is very important for them. And just applicable to this case. It is very dangerous for themselves in terms of cosmetic surgery, and it can make them irrational, and they are just resulting in such kind of stuff, and we must intervene. And next one is access from how it will work. But the opposition side didn't engage on this point, and we are standing on this side. And for this reason, we are proud to propose.
I thank the Prime Minister. Now I close this round. I ask the debaters to please shake hands with the opponent.